Hello, Ian Newton from successfulweightlossnow.com. In the last couple of weeks I've been scrolling through the papers, magazines, watching television promotions, and there's a few things that have come up. One are the caffeine infused underwear. Supposedly it's going to take inches off your body before you know it. I can't see it replacing a good coffee somehow. Another was the cookies that you eat and they swell up in your stomach. And another is a spray that you spray on your tongue and it changes your perception of food, changes your appetite. I know that many people will want to try these different things at different times, especially the caffeine infused underwear. Who could beat that? I wish I would have thought of it. It's just such a great concept. But you know the crazy thing is they will sell literally tens of thousands of these because there are people out there who just so desperately want to achieve their weight loss goals that they'll try it and see. Wow, good luck. I hope they succeed. The thing is, you've got to look at ways that this is going to happen and just keep bringing it back and bringing it back to, what's the logical pathway here? Is it going to be some really crazy off-the-wall marketing thing that's going to be my savior, or is it going to be the basics? And if we look back at the basics again, and many of you have been using my system now for some weeks, if we remind ourselves of the basics, we need to eat well. We know that. So it's about what you eat, when you eat, and how much you eat. That's the fuel going in. The other side is how much you expend out. Then we looked at hormones. I thought, well, if your hormones need balancing, perhaps you need to see a specialist GP to manage that. But one of the things that really upsets hormones more than anything is stress. So if you can bring your stress under control, then you can regulate your hormonal systems, you're more likely to burn fat. If you can exercise more frequently and be more active, you will burn fat. And if you simply eat less and eat less of the bad foods, you will have less fat to put on in the first place. And it's not just fat. We know that sugar and the carbohydrates are converted into fat if you have excess to your energy output needs. All of these are regulated by the mind, and that brings us back to the system of looking at the CDs with the overcoming exercise resistance and dietary resistance, looking at stress eating, looking at food addictions. I'm afraid there's just no way around this, and it doesn't matter whether you're ordering in some meals online or you're using lots of protein powders or you've got a personal trainer. You still need to get your head around all of these things, and it's going to be the biggest obstacle. And I know people have said to me, well, there's this and there's that and there's that, and they're excuses. Now, I'm not attacking you over your excuses because we all have excuses in our lives in different areas. But our excuses are generated from our past experiences, not our future experiences. We base our excuses on the past. I don't like to exercise is a statement based in the past. It simply says, in the past, I had problems exercising, I had injury, I wasn't a very good runner, people laughed at me when I exercised, it doesn't matter what it is. That's all past based. People say, I can't manage my food, it's too hard. That's all in the past. What we're saying is, in the past we couldn't manage it. I'm sure you could think of things in your past that you did that you don't do now, and that you do so much better now. It could be a time when you could argue it and say, well, I'll never learn to walk because I didn't walk in the past. But babies don't think that way. They just keep persisting and persisting until they succeed. It could be that you say, well, I won't be able to get a job because I didn't have a job in the past. There's hundreds of things we can say like this. Just do not let your past equal your future. And remember, if you can get your mind around all of these things, if you can manage your stress using the EFT, using the CDs, you have a much better chance. And while it might be fun in the interim to be wearing caffeine-infused pants or eating cookies that swell up so much that they can't let you eat decent food, and actually paying good money for the privilege, it's highly unlikely that these things won't get you the results you want. So just keep thinking back to basics, back to basics. What can I do today? How can I manage this? Thank you, I'm Ian Newton. And I'm Ian Newton and I can't find the button to turn this thing off. So while I'm trying to find it, what about a couple of your 20-second on-off exercises? What have you done today? What about just the tumbling? What about pushing out the knees up? Anything. Find a set of stairs, blast up and down for 20 seconds. What can you do today that you haven't done before? What could you do right now, the second this stops, that you haven't been doing to make a difference in your life? Because this is for you, not for me. Thank you.